2024. All the things you have tried in the last 10 years are things that has happened in 2024. Because in 2024, you did not struggle to get results in your business. You did not struggle to get results in your career. You did not struggle to become a better version of yourself in 2024. That is what the 2024 holds for you. It's a beautiful year. It's the best year of your life so far. Listen, you will do new things that you never thought you could do because the ability to bring forth the undiscovered potential in you has rested upon you already. So you are moving into a new phase that has already happened. So you're just living like you're watching the replay match of a match that you already won. So that is the message that I'm going to be starting with, which is a message of going into 2024. I'm bringing it back to tell you that things are amazing. Things were amazing for you in 2024. So, with that, I want to welcome everybody to the 2024 Business and Finance Prophetic Night. This is not a religious event, even though it is highly spiritual. All right. It's about business, it's about finance, it's about forecasts. All right. It's about planning, it's about understanding direction. All right. The Bible says in John 9, that when it was time for Jesus to be taken away, he set his face to go to Jerusalem and he sent his disciples ahead of him. But they entered into a town of Samaria and people became hostile to them. They did not receive them. They threw them out. They disrespected them. They did not get results because they went in a direction contrary to the face of the master. But later on, just a chapter later, they decided to go in the direction of the face of the master. And because they did that, all right, they said even the devil was subject unto them. All right. So that becomes the criteria that we enter any phase of our lives with, knowing fully well that this is the direction that God wants us to go. These are the thoughts in His heart for our lives as a people or for our life as an individual in the new year. And that becomes the guide or the compass that leads our lives to the beautiful expected end of the year 2024. So this becomes the foundation and stuff that we have been doing for 3 years now. This is the third edition. And we've had some predictions, some directions, some trends, that we need to follow, things we need to put ourselves together to be able to go with, all right, in order to be able to create the kind of result that we want based on the things that are going to happen. And it has worked for me personally. It's worked for quite a number of people that have been attending as well. I was just watching the one we did last year, a few days ago. I think it was 2 days ago. And I was blown away by how important all of those things were, for the year 2023. It's been a challenging year, but in all, we are alive. In all, we triumph. In all, we are not begging. In all, we are better than we were last year. All right. So I want to welcome you all, especially those who are attending for the first time. All right. Especially those who are attending for the first time, you're welcome to the prophetic night, business and finance prophet. I deliberately use prophetic night because I wanted to be able to capture the attention of people from a religious angle so that they can focus on a part of their life that determines every other thing. Either you like it or not, your finance determines every other thing in your life. All right. It doesn't build the foundation of what you do, but it determines how you do what you do. All right. And in most cases, it also determines what you do. Because if you have money, There are things you will do. If you do not have money, there are things you want to do that you'll not be able to do. So, having understood this, let's go right into what we have to share today. Like I said, it's going to be a pretty short one, and we'll be able to pick something. So, the first thing that I want everybody to write down is this statement: there is no difference between 2023 and 2022 and 2021 and 2020. There is also not going to be a difference in 2024. All right? There is no difference between 2022, 2021, and 2023. And there is also not going to be a difference in 2024. Now, this is what I mean. Every year is just another day or another couple of days, another 365 rising and setting of the sun. All right? The sun is going to rise about the same time as it did this year. The moon is going to shine about the same time as it did this year. The season are going to come about the same time as they did this year. Okay? Almost everything else in nature are going to be about the same as they are this year. The only thing that will change are two things: other people's decisions. That's number one. And number two, your decision and your response to other people's decision. So let's call it three things. Number one, other people's decision will change. Number two, your response to other people's decision will change. And number three, your own personal decisions. These three things are what makes 2020 different from 2021, different from 2022, different from 2023, and ultimately different from 2024. So the new year we're getting into is not going to be, we're not going to have a blue sun, or the moon is not going to come out at 12 p.m., or the sun is not going to rise at 3 a.m. All right. Winter is not going to, snow is not going to fall in Lagos. That is not what is going to happen in 2024. All right. So all the things that nature has to bring will be the same. So the only difference are human decisions. What human do, human action is what's going to be different in the year. So when a spiritual leader comes forth and say 2024 is going to be our year of abundance, for example, and you shout amen, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the bad news is 2023 was also your year of abundance, 2022 was also your year of abundance, 2021 was also your year of abundance, 2020 was also your year of abundance. So, if you do not change the response to other people's decisions, your own decisions in 2024 is going to be the same. You're going to get the same results, the same outcome as you got in 2023, the same outcome as you got in 2022. So, what does this mean necessarily? Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter the prophecy anybody gives. If you do not change what you did the previous year, you will have about the same results in the new year. Did you get it? So that's the first foundation that I want to lay. Our life will be different. The things that will happen in the new year will be different because we will choose to be different. We will choose to act differently. We will choose to do things differently. So I can guarantee that you make your first $1 million in 2024 if you change your approach in 2024 from your approach in 2023. If you change the way you think in 2024 as against how you thought in 2023. But if you do the same thing in 2024 that you did in 2023, you are going to have about the same. As a matter of fact, let me shock you. You're going to have worse results in 2024 than you have in 2023. So, what does 2024 looks like? Let's talk about Nigeria, for example. Because of the decisions that the people in governments have taken in the last few months, 2024 is going to be a very difficult year for Nigerians. It's going to be a very difficult year for Nigeria as a country and for Nigerians as a people. Very difficult, in fact, that many businesses will close. Very difficult, in fact, a lot of people will lose their jobs. Very difficult, in fact, that many will find it difficult to feed. Very difficult. There will be increase in crimes because people have to feed. It's going to naturally be a very difficult year economically. Please listen to this. Why? Not because that is what 2024 is about. No. But because of the decisions of people, I'm talking about institutions and the set men behind those institutions, the choices they have made so far, the fruit of those choices is going to create a generic hardship for its people. So what is going to happen is money is going to move from the hands of the masses and gravitate to the hands of a few. So just imagine that there are 200 million people in Nigeria. And out of these 200 million people, there are only 1 million very wealthy people. So 199 million people are, average or poor or very poor. Now imagine taking 70% of the money of the 199 million and adding it to the money of the 1 million. Just imagine what that will mean. So that is an example of what the outcome of the decisions that has been made by government is going to bring. So if you do exactly what you did in 2023, in the new year, you are most likely going to get a worse result than you got in 2023. It's not going to be the same. Why? Because things you cannot control, all right, are already going to make output difficult for people who maintain status quo. All right? Aha. So I'm preparing you for things that you do not have control over, so that when you are prepared, you will be part of those who will have abundance, even while majority of people are going to struggle. So when there is no knowledge, people perish. But when people are knowledgeable, they are able to forge ahead in their lives. So the reason we are here today is to be able to look at what are the possibilities of the year 2024. What are the things that we can begin to do to prepare ourselves, to be able to experience the best that the year has to offer vis-a-vis the decisions of other people and our own decision as an individual. Okay? So, I know all of you are going to have a great 2024. But that great 2024 is not a cause, it's an effect. The cause are the things that you would have to do. If you do not do anything differently, my brother, my sister, it's not going to be the same year. It's going to be worse. Did you get it? And this goes for you, regardless of the country that you're watching me from, because there are a lot of issues in geopolitics that would affect the economy of the world in a very massive way. Please, I want to leave out prophecies for pastors and religious leaders and all of that. But if you're a prayerful person and an intercessor, one of your number one prayer point is to avoid third world war. Let me repeat that. One of your major prayer points should be that God will prevent and enter people's hearts so that they will not make decisions that will lead to the third world war, because our world cannot survive another world war. Do you get me? So it is that critical in geopolitics. America determines what happens in our world to a large extent. If they cough, if they sneeze, the whole world catches cold because they are currently number one world power. Their currency is the number one world reserve currency, which means whatever happens there affects the rest of the world. All right? And 2024 is a critical year in that country. Donald Trump is trying to come back. The establishment are trying to fight him. There are some new kids in the block that are trying to come out. There are multiple conflicting agendas in that country. It's a very critical deciding moment in that country. And it is not just by the power of prophecy, it's by the power of decisions of the people, which you cannot predict. So the decisions of the people are going to determine a lot of things that will happen in the global space economically. Hence, it's a year that you have to be very careful. This is not the year to go and overspend. This is not the year to show that you are in town. This is not the year to allow what they call black tax or local tax to finish you. All right? Because a lot of people are going to come with problems. Let me prepare you. I know all of you listening to me are going to make a lot of money in 2024. I know that one. Why? Because you're listening to me and you're going to do the things that you are supposed to do. So you're going to make a lot of money. 2024 is not the year to carry people's responsibility on your head. It's not the year of catering to liabilities. It's the year you have to shell off a lot of weights that is weighing you down. Okay? Because more people are going to come and beg you. More people are going to depend on you to feed. A lot of people will not be able to pay rent. A lot of people will not be able to feed. A lot of people will not be able to do so many basic things of life, and they will come and cry blood to you. Be like the wise virgin. The foolish virgin had a probable cause. I mean, their oil ran out and they begged. They were virgins. They did everything right. They just needed help. I just told the other five virgins, share part of your oil for us, so that both of us will just be good. Help us. Help your neighbor. They quoted all the scriptures and everything that they know, but those ones say, so that it will not be enough for both of us. It is better that you go and buy. All right. So this new year is a year where you have to tell everyone, Oga, so that it will not be enough for both of us. Go and buy. Which means go and make your own money. Whatever I have, as where it is going, so that I can bring more. And then maybe when the more comes, I can take care of you as a welfare case. But for now, you are not my responsibility. You are my liability. Hence, I am not going to let you guilt trip me into sinking myself. So, one of the first decisions you have to make is cut your costs. All unnecessary spending must not follow you to 2024. Why? Whatever you did in 2023, if you repeat it in 2024, you're not going to get the same result. It's going to be worse results. All right? So you want to do only the right things so that you can get better output out of it. Now, all of these things that I've said is not to scare you, all right? There are people who will pray, who will do other stuff and all of that, but I just want to lay the foundation for you to know that Nigeria, for example, as a country, the leaders have made a lot of terrible mistakes. lot of unwise decisions, all right? And they are still making it. They are still doing it every day. You see these things in the news. They are not rocket science. It's a simple. Now, a lot of you are business people. How many of you have a business, all right? And you are making money in your business and you are owing loan, all right? And the loan you are owing, the repayment money that you are paying is 120% of your income. So let me make it clear. Let's say you're making a million, let's say you're making $1,000 in your business as income, and you are owing loan of $1,000. You are paying back $1,000 loan every year, and you are making $1,000 every year. All right, you're making 1,000. Yeah, you're making $1,000 every year, but you are paying back $1,200. Yeah, every year. So you are paying $1,200 as loan whilst you are making only $1,000. So it means every year you are adding to your loan, you're adding to your debt 20%, $200 every year. So there is no gross profit, there is no net profit. How does that business want to grow? Sure, you understand. So that is the case of what is happening. The country is owing so much, all the money they are making is not even enough to pay their debt servicing, not to clear the debt, to the interest on the debt. All the income of the country is not enough to pay it. And the politicians are changing cars, spending billions on different things. And you think things will be okay economically? Are they magicians? Nah, that's not how life works. So all of these things are, it's just cause and effect. Garbage in, garbage out. What you do, what you sow, you reap. So these are not even spiritual foresight, it's simple common sense. So knowing that this is what is coming, you need to be prepared, all right, for what you will do as a response to all of those things that are coming up in the new year. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to the prophetic night, the business and finance prophetic night once again. And I've laid the foundation already. So, I want to go into the focus for the year 2024. I received a word from God. And he said, this year is a year of the power of one. Let me repeat that. 2024 is the year of the power of one. 2024 is the year of the power of one. So, what does that mean? It means the people who would do very well, especially in the first half of the year, are people who decide to shut down their divided efforts and focus the entire effort into one thing and focus all resources into that one thing until that one thing begins to do very well and is able to stand on its own. Then they take the entire effort into another one thing. Listen, if you're doing more than one thing right now, it doesn't matter which of them you pick. If you focus all your resources and effort on anyone, you will do well. If you focus all your resources and effort on just any one of it, you will do well. Okay? So you want to ask yourself questions. How many things did I try to do to make money in 2023? Write them down. How many things did I start in 2023 in order to make money? Is it business? Is it online hustle, which is also a form of business? All right. Is it a job? What did I start in 2023, which is the year that is ending, in order to make money? How many of them? So in 2024, you cannot afford to spread yourself into many things. You want to focus on one thing. So it's the year of the power of one. So the secret to making $1 million in 2024 is to put all effort into one thing. All right? Remove those spreading of yourselves and put it together into one major thing. Focus on that till it start to yield massive results. Okay, now things are coming to me. If you're a Nigerian entrepreneur here, you want to begin to look at selling to other countries in Africa in 2024. So what it means is by every means, you need to find a way to earn in this currency called US dollars in 2024. There are a few ways you can do that. All right. One of the easiest way is through cryptocurrency. All right, that's one of the easiest way, and I would always mention cryptocurrency because from the information that is made available to me, the very last bull run in cryptocurrency, let me call it this way, the last major bull run in cryptocurrency is going to begin in 2024 towards the end of the year. The last one, which means after this period of a lot of people making much money from crypto, it will be very difficult for it to happen again because regulations is going to choke the free flow or the free volatility of the market in such a way that it will be difficult for you to have all those 100x in a day, 1,000x, 5,000x, which usually happens during a bull run, will become difficult for it to happen again. So wise people would want to at least invest $100 to $1,000 into crypto projects that has the ability to rise. How would you know that? Seek knowledge. Get a mentor who already knows how things work, or get somebody who already is inside and knows everything and invest into this project with them. One of the people that are doing this for me, because I don't have the time to go and learn crypto and say I'm trading crypto and all of that. I do not have that opportunity, unfortunately. I have too many things that I'm working on. Or how do I say it? I have big things that swallowed up my time. All right. It's difficult for me to personally do it. But God has blessed me with relationships, all right, that are fully into those areas. So all I do is, please take my money. Here's all I have, $100. Yeah. Please, whatever it is that you know has the potential to rise by your own knowledge, let me put it inside there. So, and I forget it. One of the guys that I gave $1,000 last year told me a few weeks ago that this year I should expect my $1,000 to give me a minimum of 20,000 and about an average of $50,000. That's about 2 year period that I left the money with him. Within a month of giving him the money, he already doubled it. Now, when I gave him the money, I gave him roughly about 700K, 600, 700K was kind of the amount that I spent in buying the $1,000. If he gives me back $1,000 today, I'll be getting 1.3 million. Do you understand? So naturally, by getting what I gave him back alone, because the money moved into crypto, I'm getting almost double my naira. He didn't even do anything with the money, he just gave me back. He refunded me. All right. I would already have doubled my money, or almost doubled my money. How much more if he has profit for me? If he gives me $2,000, for example, all right, I would have been making 4 times my money, or 3 times extra on my money. That's 4 times of my money. How much more $20,000? How much more $50,000? The point I'm making is a wind is coming and is beginning in 2024. And for those of you listening to me, don't miss out. Even if you do not have anything, please seek wise counsel and put in at least $100 into something. Just leave it there. If that's all you can garner, just put it there. You don't have to go and trade yourself. If you have the time and the ability to do that, why not? Please do it no matter your age. But if you do not have the time, like myself, all right, just find people who are credible, who are not promising you heaven and earth. All you need them to do is use their expertise to predict projects that will do very well and spread and just get some portfolio for you. Please do not go and pull funds that you cannot afford to lose. This is not gamble. So don't say, hey, because they said bull run is coming, so let me sell our family land and go and give it to one Isiaku to help me invest in crypto. Or some Ponzi guys will come and say, crypto investment, put money, whatever, and go. No, 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 that's not what I said. Please get it correct. So put something small that you can afford to lose, but make sure you give it to people who knows what they are doing to manage portfolio for you. That's for those of you who cannot go and learn how to do it yourself. But if you can go and learn how to do it yourself, please do so. It is very important. It will help you at least to take advantage of the wave that is going to start in 2024. All right. My friend Kwame told me about one of the coin that was given to those who were part of the inner circle that we did last year. One of the coin has done 10 times. 10 times. Some of them done 5 times. So those who put $100 into that one that did 10 times would now have $1,000. All right. And they have not even started. Some of them have the ability to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. All right. So please seek counsel on that. You can send me a message. I can guide you or connect you to the people that are doing it for me so they can do for you as well. All right. So that's one privilege that you have. Just send me a message. If you're asking how to send me a message, just go to my Instagram, any of the two Instagram accounts I have. One is Real Samavad, the second is Samavad underscore. Both of them are verified. Send me a DM. If I didn't reply your DM, comment on some of my posts. Tell me you send a DM for me to go and check. I'll check it, engage you in conversation, and give you access to some of these people that are managing portfolios for me. They have sense. All right. I have about 4, 5 of them, and all of them have sense. Okay. So they can help you. I don't think it's going to be at any cost. Um, there is one, this particular person that is doing $1,000 for me. All he said is whatever profit we make, he's going to take, I think, 50% or 40% of the profit, and it's going to give me 60% of the profit after he has returned the capital. So if I'm able to make 50,000 extra, he's going to take 40% of it and give me 60% of it. And that's all he needed to do. All right. So for those of you who could do that, please do. If you know people or you will know how to do it already, by all means, please try and ride the wave. It's going to take about a year plus, but it's going to start in 2024. Please mark my word on this. Don't say I did not tell you. All right. So ride that wave. It is very important. So 2024 is the year you focus on one thing. So, if you're a beginner here and you're just coming online, you want to learn how to make money, you want a better life for yourself and your family and all of that, you want to begin by learning just one skill. All right, focus on doing the best you can on that one skill. Develop your strength in that one skill. And moment you get it, focus on it, all your effort, all your resources, and make sure that you get the best out of that one skill. All right. So this is very important that I want you to pay attention to. So it's the year of the power of one. Personally, I'm streamlining all my projects for the first half of the year into one thing. So I'm personally going after one thing with all resources, with everything that I know, to make sure that I pump into that one project till it yield a good result. and then I'll be able to do very well in that context. If you're a business owner here, this is the year you learn how to earn from other countries. You get why? Oh. That's number. I don't know the number. This one is the next one. Please reduce keeping money in naira. Reduce saving your money in naira. All right. So let me give you a very funny example. Not a funny example. Let me give you an example that might make you laugh or something. If you want to pay somebody, let's say 130,000 naira, convert it to dollar and pay the person in dollar, and say, "I'm paying you $100." So please, when you are going to pay me back, you're paying me back $100. Don't bring naira to me. So what it means is, no matter what, if they are returning your money, he will go and buy dollar and give you dollar. So that by the time you are collecting it back, it is dollar you are collecting because you did not give him naira, you gave him dollar. So you have to go and look for dollar so that I can give you dollar. So in case naira drops to 5K, I didn't say so, but in case, I couldn't know what I saw. Your money will not be worthless at the end of the year, all right? So please find a way to earn in dollar, find a way to do transactions in dollar as much as possible. If not dollar, cryptocurrency. The good news is they have lifted ban in Nigeria on cryptocurrency, so you can freely transact through the banking system, and you can set up a percentage of whatever amount you are holding to be in other kinds of currency that is not naira. The same thing goes for CDs. Careful. And even CFAs is not left behind. Something is coming for CFA at the Francophones this new year. So watch out for it. You don't want to keep most of your money in local currencies. You want to keep as many as possible, either in cryptocurrency stable coins like maybe USDT or US dollars and some of these other forms of things. It's very important that you pay attention to that going forward. So, ladies and gentlemen, the direction for the year is a year of the power of one. Focus on one thing, develop yourself around one thing, and you'll be able to do very well with that one thing. So let me go back to what I started with again. This is very important that I emphasize this. 2024 is going to be about the same as 2023, as 2022, as 2021, as 2020, as 2019, as 2018, as the year you were born. The sun is going to rise at about the same time, it's going to set about the same time. Everything, nature, will happen at about the same time. The difference is what you do, what other people do, and your response to what other people do. So the government of our countries would make decisions. The decision will either make or mar the economy. But how do you respond to those decisions they have made, even though you cannot influence them? Is to set yourself a step ahead of whatever may happen. All right? Set yourself a step ahead of whatever may happen. So this is the assignment that I want everybody listening to me to do. Invest, listen to this, minimum 1 hour every day in learning something new. My best advice is for the first 6 months of the year, find one major subject. So, a major subject, a major thing will have multiple branches under it. But that one thing could be AI. All right? Invest minimum 1 hour every day on YouTube, learning something new about AI every day and making notes about what you are learning, implementing the ones and practicing the ones that you are learning. 1 hour every day, beginning from Monday, the 1st of January. 1 hour minimum every day. You have to keep doing it. All right. After 6 months, you can now shift into some other major subject. For example, it could be copywriting. All right. For example, it could be affiliate marketing. Anything you like. It could be photography. 1 hour every day learning something new and tabulating the things that you are learning. All right? So that's what I want you to focus on this new year. Every day, please, I beg you with everything you hold dear, regardless of who you are, even if you are 80 years old listening to me, even if you are 10 years old listening to me, learn something new. I don't know who's throwing banga in my house. So. Learn something new every day, minimum 1 hour. Tomorrow is crossover nights, and the people who are Christians are going to go to churches and they are going to pray, they are going to prophesy, they are going to do positive affirmations, they're going to listen to God's word, they're going to listen to everything. But, ladies and gentlemen, you know the sad truth? Since you were born, you have been doing that. We have been crossing over, but majority of people never cross anything. Since you were born, they have been declaring prophecy like this new year is going to be the different year. Most people's life are the same. Please go and do all of those things by all means, but please know nothing will change except other people's decision, your response to other people's decisions, and your own decision. If those things are the same in 2024 the way they were in 2023, you will have a very terrible year economically. It's not a course. It's not rocket science. All right? So the choices you make, you have to do things differently. Personally, I'm doing things differently. I'm learning. 2022 till date has taught me bitter lessons. Bitter lessons. I have been broke to the last 5,000 naira. How many of you will believe? The 5,000 naira will be maybe $5. I've been broke to the last $5. All right? For the first time in a long time, some bills came and I could not pay immediately. All right? So I am learning critical lessons. Why? Around the choices that I made, why those choices came out the way they did, what I could have done differently, what I am now going to do now that I'm here. Do you get me? So, if me, your millionaire mentor, has to go through difficult times, learning, relearning, unlearning things, you have no excuse. Oh, for those of you who call me a mentor. So you have to do everything possible to act differently this year. And one of the things that I want you to pledge to me, I want you to type it. I pledge to spend minimum 1 hour every day learning something new. Thank you, Favor, what you just typed. I pledge to spend minimum 1 hour every day learning something new. I pledge to spend minimum 1 hour every day learning something new. The day you carry it over, you must do 2 hours the next day. You have to. And you must write things down. So borrow money. Do whatever you have to do to go and buy a notebook. Or use your phone if you have a very good notebook on your phone to tabulate and record all the things that you are learning. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how you will have a great year. You have to do things differently. Please don't forget the focus of the year. All effort on one thing. And even in learning, I want you to focus on one thing. Learn everything, as many things as possible about that one thing for a first period of 6 months, and then you can move into something else. All right, right. Everybody put it. I pledge to spend a minimum of 1 hour every day learning something new. Type it and screenshot it. Type it and screenshot it. I pledge to spend a minimum 1 hour Every day, learning something new. All right? Type it, everybody, drop it, screenshot. Type it and 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 screenshot. There is nothing mystical about life. There are things we can't control. It's no matter of prayers you're going to pray. It's human decision. The consequence will come. But how will you respond to those consequences? There's nothing any prophet or no matter who you are can do about Nigeria's case. Things will be hard. See, no matter how much people shout, because it's cause and effect. They made a decision. They did stuff. The result must come now. It must come. The only thing you can change is how will it affect your own life. You got to change what you have been doing. You cannot do the same thing you did in 2023 and expect to have a different, better 2024. I ain't gonna work. You gotta take that leap. You got to start that business. You got to begin that project. You got to jackpot to that country. That stuff that has been placed in your heart, you have to do that new thing. You have to take that risk. That's what you got to do. You got to do that. That's all you got to do, everybody. So, let me tell you the secret in the things that you are typing. The future is for people who can learn new things. I was listening to a mentor earlier, and he told me that our world is very is spinning so fast right now that knowledge becomes obsolete very fast. The gap between version 1 and version 2 has shrunk. Okay? The gap between version 1 and version 2 has shrunk. So what you knew in 2020 is obsolete already. What you knew in 2023 is obsolete in 2024. People are going to release what they have been working on, and before you catch up with it, they are already upgrading the stuff. So don't go and be wondering. This is why everybody, you must do it like religious something. You must learn something new every day. If you're crazy like me, at some point in 2019, I was investing 5 hours daily every night. I don't sleep at night. Anything from that 11 p.m. I have started learning 5 hours minimum. Sometimes 5 a.m., 6 a.m. is when I will finish. I am learning, watching videos on YouTube, learning like crazy. So it changed my life in subsequent years. After that 5 hours daily investment in learning, just keep learning. Don't wait for online course if you can't afford one. Go freely on YouTube. Just with your data, just learn. Please focus. Don't just be watching random videos. Watch videos about the one subject that you want to learn about. Focus on that. Okay? Focus on that. And please, when you are learning, I don't say, please, this is not what I said. I did not say watch 1 hour videos on YouTube. Please, that's a waste of time. I said learn. You cannot learn without taking notes because you have to tell yourself and write down what you learned. You have to practice. If you have laptop, you have to, let's say you are learning AI, you have to go and practice the AI tools you are learning. You have to find ways to apply them. So now that I know how to turn people's picture into cartoon, what are you searching YouTube now? The economic application of using AI tool to turn people's faces to cartoon to tell a story. Oh, somebody will now say, you see a video that will say, oh, you can convert those faces into customized cartoon story. And you can generate the story using AI too. You don't need to know about the story. Just tell you stories that children can relate with. And then you can now begin to create books for parents with the face of their children as the cartoon character, teaching edifying stories that will make the life of the children better and is very entertaining. And then you can put that down and find a print on demand company, and parents can go on your website, input the picture of their child, and it will create the cartoon character and then create an entire cartoon story book for children and all of that, like a comic book. They will select different stories that they want, and then the team will print it and send it to their homes. You can do that in collaboration with schools. That schools will give story books, put all of those together for each of the students in their school. Maybe that's an idea for someone. But all of these things can be done when you type and search it on YouTube. It is there and available. Your problem is you are not learning these things. You are watching Yajuda. Maybe you are kuku watch it. As I put money in your pocket, the people who acted Yajuda are smiling to the bank. Me too, I watch it, but let me insult you. I'm your mentor, I can insult you small. So don't go and watch Aquaman. When you have the ability to learn. All right? Don't do any of those entertainment without learning. As a matter of fact, there's no entertainment for you if you have not learned. So no, what they call it, no meme, no comedy video, no those funny movies that you have been watching that is bringing you down. All right? You don't watch any of those things until you have learned first. So if you did not get anything for the year 2024, it is the fact that you need to unlearn some things and relearn new things. And it's the year of the power of one. I pray the release of grace upon you for 2024. It will do the following things. Number one, it will keep you alive and in good health. So, like I told you at the beginning, at the end of 2024, you'll be alive and you'll be in good health. Number two, it's going to make 2024 your best year so far. How? Because it will give you reminder for you to do the things you are supposed to do in order to get the best out of the year. Now, this is my biggest prayer for you. Listen and write it down. You will be at the right place at the right time. God bless you. Thank you for attending the prophetic night. I wish you Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the new year. God bless you. Have a nice evening.
A powerful business coach, millionaire mentor, a multi-talented serial entrepreneur, Africa's most sought-after sales guru, the boss of sales superstars, internationally acclaimed best-selling author, a public speaker par excellence, life and finance strategist.
My name is Sam Harvard.
A powerful business coach.